the global teams. I think of our network consortium of researchers and institutions, national ag systems, farmer cooperatives, this what I'd call A team globally that is working on research, but really linked to real development outcomes in these countries. So I think this network of global teams that has emerged and that are very diverse and linked to the national relevant issues in their country, and supporting them is probably one of the highlights in working with those teams. Seeing the students, we've had about 100 students at the master's and PhD level who have benefited from the program, and they're now back in as young professionals, and it's just exciting to see them back in country, in their institutions, a lot of ideas, a lot of energy, and they're the future, and ag research and development, it takes time, and so we want to have that not only short-term gain, but really that long-term picture.
And then if we come to the rural side, for SMIL, we work more on nutrition formulation through the SMIL, like part of my thesis and some work we did in the lab were to get some formulas that we think in terms of micronutrients contribution, iron, zinc, and also provitamin A, it can help attenuate and solve that issue, and also replace the imported product, which sometimes are made with either wheat, maize, soybean, and sometimes there are some resistance in the children don't like it. So we think that we can bring a substitution of formulas that are locally made from local ingredients, with major one that are millet and sorghum. And it helped a lot, those formulas, because when we tested them and introduced them at the village level, the children prefer those products to the imported one.
Well, sorghum and pearl millet are actually the most important crops for food security of some of the most vulnerable people in the world, namely in this West African Sahel, but also in Ethiopia. However, these crops have been kind of underfunded. We sometimes call them even orphan crops. The research on these crops has not been developed sufficiently, and therefore this work of the Sorghum Millet Innovation Lab is really important to develop new innovations in breeding and also for other traits. I would say SMIL is really filling here a very important gap.